Is it too simple to say it starts and stops with the midfield battle, please?
No, it's not too simple, mate. They kicked 7 goals too from centre bounce, 13-6 from stoppages. The turnover battle was quite even, but the stoppage battle wasn't, and that's where the game was. I mean, outside of the first 10 minutes of the game, we had a game to forget in a way. Like, we haven't played as poorly as that in a long, long time, and credit for that goes to the Gold Coast Suns. I'm not sitting here saying it was just us. They were on and we were off, and they capitalised on that. I look back at our games leading up to this game. I think our last 8 games we've won 6 and lost 2, and very narrow lost to Adelaide in a game we probably should have won, and similar to the Giants. So we've been up for a fair while, and tonight we were really poor in every facet of the game, to be honest.
Is that just the realities of the season, the ups and downs of it? Is that how you pass it off potentially, that it's just you being up for so long, heading towards finals?
Yeah, it could be. It depends how... we haven't got to finals yet, so I'm not even sitting here saying that we've done that, because we haven't. But yeah, it is hard to stay up every week, and there's no doubt about that. So it's part and parcel of the challenge. Gold Coast had the similar thing happen to them last week. How you reflect on it really is how you react next week and how you play next week. We've got a pretty hard game, Collingwood at the MCG, but I'm confident our group will respond. They normally do. And as I said, those who have been following the Lions wouldn't have seen a performance like that too often in the last 6 years.
Did it sort of feel like the churn of the season so hard? Did it feel like that was coming? Like it was just you were going to give eventually, just because it's such a tough run? Or and I guess from there, like now the pressure valve was almost off because they've had that bad.
I don't know. Like you come into every game thinking you're a chance to win, and we trained well during the week. We looked sharp on Thursday. No warning signs of that performance. As I said, first 10 minutes of the game, we looked like we were up for it, and then it all just changed. And I haven't had a chance to talk to the players. I've ever talked to them about them. I know they'll be disappointed, but so we're just looking forward to the response now. That's what you've got to do after a performance like that. As I said, it's not like it happens every week, thank goodness. But yeah.
Did the conditions, do you think, made it even harder to come back? I mean, given the deficit at half time and the rain got probably worse throughout the game, did it just make it that much harder to move the ball?
Once all that far down at half time and it started to rain heavily, it was always going to be a little bit difficult to come back from the margin. I think it was 30 odd points, wasn't it, at half time? So it was always going to be a bit of a challenge, but they extended the margin by a fair way, to be honest. So we didn't do well enough even in the conditions.
Was it a hammy for?
Yeah, I think so.
Any idea how bad it is? Or?
Nah, they'll scan that and see, but obviously disappointing for him. He's been playing really well in the reserves and earned his opportunity to get back into the team, but it wasn't to be for too long, unfortunately.
I know you said the approach with Darcy and Oscar was a horses for courses type approach with the two ruckmen.
Yeah.
The conditions. Was that potentially a mistake, having brought the two tools into that game?
No, not really. They had Witts and Reid, so was there any difference? They won the game and we didn't, We've had that combination the last couple of weeks, perform well with it, so no, I wouldn't read too much into that. I think the ruck duel was reasonably even, wasn't it? It was at ground level that the damage was done.
Are you the sort of coach that you think will not sweep this under the carpet, but give this a very little review and just prepare for next week, or are you a bit of a 50-50 sort of approach?
I need to watch the game back and when I'm not feeling so disappointed, have a think about what the right way forward is. That's what coaches do. Sometimes when you play really well, you need to still have a good hard look at the game. Sometimes when you play poorly, you need to have a good hard look at the game. Sometimes you just need to let it go through to the keeper. So I'm not in a position to say what I'll do at the moment. I just want to have a good look at the tape and think that through until Monday. But we need to get a response next week. I've got to work out the best way to do that. Having said that, we've been really good for quite a few weeks in a row, so there's no good jumping at shadows either.
That Suns midfield's probably one that's probably been trying to get as good as the Lions. You know, you guys have been setting the standard for the last few years. Having watched that firsthand, what did you make of their midfield group and what it can do for that?
On today's performance, they were clearly better than our midfield. It varies from week to week, though, doesn't it? Well, they were terrific tonight, and they're the reason why they won the game. There's no doubt about that. And they are and have been a really growing midfield over the last few years. So they would have been after our scalp, and they got it today. But I know we'll bounce back. We've got quality players in there who will be really disappointed with how things went today, and they'll look to do a better job next week.